Reports may not be the most exciting communication format, let's be honest, but they're important. In order to make smart decisions about budgeting, marketing strategies, product development, and growth strategies, really any part of your business, you can't rely on gut feeling alone. That's where, unfortunately, a lot of small businesses fail. In fact, they don't use data to validate their ideas. And if you're trying to sway stakeholders, a report with a simple, elegant design and creative data visualization is guaranteed to impress. This video will deliver the most essential business report templates you'll ever need, plus design tips and best practices. There's a difference between working and actually getting things done. It can be beneficial to ask your employees to report on what they worked on in a week and to reflect on what was successful and what challenges they faced. That's why one of the business report examples we want to show you are activity reports. One of the major work from home best practices is consistent reporting and communication. If you're still working on a telecommuting policy, consider adding an employee daily report. These daily activity report templates are detailed, but still concise enough for use on a day-to-day basis. The format of a weekly activity report can be simple or in-depth, depending on your needs. Realistically, your employees will probably have similar tasks from week to week. Organize tasks in your weekly activity report into completed tasks, ongoing tasks, and tasks for the next week. Reporting results week over week can help you and your employees figure out which tasks to prioritize, which projects are taking way too long to complete, and which metrics or goals might need just a little more attention, especially if your team is telecommuting. One of the business report examples that stands out is this weekly activity report template. It includes a plan for the following week as well. This weekly employee report sample breaks completed and ongoing tasks. This weekly activity report template has room to add your company branding in the header. A few weekly activity report best practices for employees. Analyze what worked this week and what can be improved upon next week. Budget your time so you can have at least 1 or 2 deliverables by the end of the week. This can help you really think critically. Include any key metrics that were impacted and any key results from your tasks. Your employees have been submitting daily or weekly activity reports. It's the end of the quarter, and it's time to reflect on their good and bad habits and give direction for future growth. We have a few business report samples that will make the review process easier. For example, this quarterly performance review scores employees on 4 factors. A year-end activity report, like the example below, should be conducted in conjunction with weekly and quarterly performance reviews. This business report sample highlights numerous areas of growth for the employee in neat and easy-to-understand charts. We also have a post and video on performance reviews with additional templates and tips on how to make the process more effective. Check it out in the description below. And also click to download this free employee performance review PDF template, also in the description box below. Aside from employee activities, numerous business report examples focus on the relationship between customers and companies, like this monthly customer activity report. Using a variety of graphs and charts, the report outlines the successes and breakdowns among consumers. Annual report templates. The annual report is an all-encompassing document that allows you to reflect on your company's past year, including your company's mission statement, your company's growth, financially, product-wise, culture-wise, your statement of income and cash flow, your various business segments, information about the company's directors and executive officers, information about your company's stock and dividends, and wins and success stories. A lot of that sounds pretty dry, doesn't it? There's actually a lot to be excited about in that list. You're talking about how your company has grown, your wins, and maybe a few losses, and what's on the horizon for the coming year. You can bring that story to life in your annual report design, and we have business report samples to inspire you. This annual business report example uses a variety of charts and unique sections like program highlights to tell the agency's story. Think about how you can represent your company visually. Are there photos you can include of your business in action? What fonts and colors reflect your business's personality? Are there icons you can use to illustrate certain concepts? Here's an annual report design that uses an energizing orange and yellow color scheme and cute icons. The format is highly visual and modern. All of this reflects a dynamic company that's optimistic about the future. And that's you, right? This company annual report template uses a mountain motif to reflect the company's ambitious goals. Take a look at how the different sections of the report, strategy, finance, and performance, are color-coded to make the report easier to scan. In the business report example here, the sleek, modern design with bold color accents reflects design trends in the games industry, which would appeal to stakeholders. The same design ideas can be applied to an annual report presentation. Take this annual report presentation for a coffee shop company. The whole design reflects the coziness of a coffee shop, from the softly filtered photos to the old-fashioned font. A few annual report best practices. Create an eye-catching cover for your report. Tell your company's story in your annual report design by using thematic visuals, like background images and icons. Pick a decorative font for headers and pair it with a more minimalist font for body text. Look for opportunities to visualize data using infographics, charts, and pictograms. We have so many blog posts if you're really frazzled about what kind of font you should pick, what kind of background, visualizing your data. Everything's going to be in a description box below. This stuff can be confusing, so we got you. Communication is central in any project. Consultants, agents, and freelancers especially want to be as transparent as possible. That is why project status reports are one of the business report examples we'll be sharing. A project status report is crucial for communicating updates on what you've accomplished and what's still pending. It also helps you flag any issues, either current or on the horizon. This helps build trust with the client. This project status report template communicates key information in an easy-to-understand format. This template lets you alert the client if the project is suffering from budget or scope creep, on track in terms of schedule, healthy or not, for example, milestones completed on schedule, issues resolved, etc. You could add bullet points on the second page to quickly flag key issues that are impacting project success. We also have a post on how to write a project management plan. Check it out. Avoid ad hoc emails or meetings. Use a simple project status report template to present your latest work and keep everyone on the same page without endless back and forth emails and meetings. This project status report would work well for weekly updates. This template lets you quickly provide an overview to busy stakeholders who will be able to spot key project issues and progress at a glance. Big updates might require consultants to communicate the status of a project in person. This presentation template uses charts and data visualization to get your key points across immediately. Clients or other stakeholders can see what's been accomplished and when, while the last slide leaves room for what's still pending. A few project status report best practices. Include a summary of all of your important tasks currently in progress. If you have a weekly meeting with the client, this section will probably serve as the jumping off point for your conversation. Stakeholders should be able to tell just at a glance if the project is way off schedule or there are too many unresolved issues. Document all outstanding problems and concerns. It's important to have a record in case you run into issues with a client later on. We also have a post about 30 project plan examples plus design tips you can use right now. Budget report templates. This is Business 101. On a quarterly or yearly basis, you should be analyzing your budget, expenses, and revenue. A budget report typically breaks down the different categories of your budget, the last year or quarter's spending for each category of your budget, areas where you may need to cut or increase spending, forecasts for the coming year or quarter. A full budget report is a bit too dense to pass around a room during a meeting, but a visually engaging presentation or just one-page summary, like the business report example here, is perfect for keeping your team and stakeholders up to speed. You can provide an overview of the last period's spending by category and highlight the amount you saved or exceeded the budget by. For example, take a look at this summary budget report slide that uses a thematic background image to make it more engaging. A quick summary page is also the perfect opportunity to creatively visualize data. While tables are certainly efficient for comparing amounts spent, you could also use a more unusual visual, like a bubble chart. This is because unique visuals make memorable business report examples. A forecast is an essential business report that shows where a business is headed financially. It's not a plan for the future, but rather its current short-term direction. Use this forecast template to project your business's revenue and take appropriate action. A few budget report best practices. Clearly label the period the report covers, whether it's monthly, quarterly, or yearly. Provide a brief description of each section of your report to highlight the most important insights. Use a table to compare amounts of money saved versus spent. Use bar charts, pie charts, bubble charts to visualize budget allotment. Highlight important insights using contrasting colors, bold fonts, and icons. Nonprofit report templates. Nonprofits rely on reports to illustrate their mission and the impact they've had on the communities they serve. More nonprofits are also going digital with their reports, according to the National Council for Nonprofits, making them cheaper to produce. Done correctly, nonprofit annual reports build trust with donors. These reports should be transparent about your nonprofit's finances and the outcome of its work. Make your nonprofit annual report accessible by keeping it simple to read and understand. Use unique charts to visualize data, like the half donuts charts in this business report example here. You can also use icons to help illustrate facts and figures. This colorful branded annual report template includes a host of icons to tell the organization's story. The contrasting colors, pinks against black and white, make the data information stand out. This makes the report more attractive to readers, as well as more memorable. If you aren't tracking your sales on a weekly, monthly, quarterly, and yearly basis, it's time to start. Creating a sales report for different time periods can help you identify trends as well as an opportunity for growth. Regularly reporting on your sales can also help your team stay focused on your goals. What should be included in a sales report? A sales report typically covers any of the following data: an overview of sales goals and whether or not those goals are being met, revenue and expenses, sales forecasts for the upcoming periods, so month, quarter, year, products and services that are selling the most and the ones that are lagging, number of leads and conversion rates for a given period, any challenges or roadblocks. Consider making sales reporting a segment of your weekly team meetings. You may want to provide a quick update for company-wide meetings and a more in-depth report for sales and marketing team meetings. Here's an example of what a quick weekly sales report could look like for you and your team. Digital marketing report templates. If you're an e-commerce business, like us, I don't have to tell you how important digital marketing is. It's the thing that can make or break small businesses. In order to scale and grow your business, it's important to make informed, deliberate digital marketing decisions. That means always looking for ways to improve your search rankings, grow your social media engagement, and optimize your ad campaigns. A digital marketing report is a pretty broad term for a report that could be an overview of all of your digital marketing channels or one particular channel. A digital marketing report that covers all of your main marketing channels could include any of the following data: an overview of your current digital marketing strategy, your main marketing goals and whether or not they are being met, an overview of your conversion metrics, including the number of leads, paid versus organic leads, and your cost per conversion, an overview of your traffic metrics organized by channel, an SEO overview including any changes in rankings for target keywords, an overview of PPC campaigns you're running including click-through rate, ROI, and cost per click, an overview of your social media channels including engagement metrics and leads from specific channels. For example, take a look at this digital marketing report template that dedicates just one page to each channel. Note how the company's branding has always been incorporated into the design by using the brand's colors and visuals that reflect the computer theme. To save time for your clients or executives reviewing your report, make navigating your business report easy. Add simple hyperlinks to your table of contents. In the editor, select the text you'd like to turn into a link. Then click the link icon in the top bar and choose the page it needs to link to. When the document gets shared as a PDF, readers will have clickable links. We hope this was helpful. You can start using our business templates in the description box below, full of every template you could ever need for your industry. Check out more tips and how-to guides on how to design your infographic with no design experience.